Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Grand Lux by Cyril Marchetti. There is a website for Cyril, usgamesinc.com. Supportive Oracle cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A is an apple, U is an umbrella. Feel free to search those out if you would like to. Okay, what do we have coming forward for Aquarius? Okay, a little bit more. So, chakra balancing and movement. These came like they just kind of pushed out, so I took them. Let's see. We're gonna see how those fit in after, but I feel like something needs to balance out a little bit better here with that chakra balancing and the music and movement. Something needs to work out a little better, something needs to balance, but it doesn't have to be difficult. We actually might be able to enjoy ourselves while we do it. Let's see how it goes. That's the energy I got at the moment. Like, maybe we could have this in a more positive way. Because I feel like whatever you're dealing with, you're trying to see it from... Like, you're kind of like, we have to have the truth. I'm getting that immediately, kind of like, I can't do anything if it's bull. If it's just made up stories, I can't do anything with that. I need what's really going on here. So I need to get through this mystery, and I need to figure out what's really going on here. It's not about if I like it or not. I need the truth if I'm going to do anything. If I'm going to be effective, I can't do anything with lies. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm looking to make a Thanksgiving dinner... and all I got is a big hunk of tofu and a bunch of vegetables, well, I wouldn't call that Thanksgiving dinner, but maybe we at least have to address it. I don't even know if you carve it into the right shape, if you can really call it turkey dinner, but it's kind of like we have to at least have the truth. If it's tofu, I'm going to call it tofu dinner, and I'm going to say it's a vegan Thanksgiving. That's what I'll call it, but we need the truth so we can at least address it properly, because the appropriate people would be interested in that. And, you know, we don't want to sucker people in who don't want to be involved, but we do want to attract the people who do want to be involved. So we got to have the truth to do that. Because there's some people who would like that, and that's great, and they should have that. But if they don't know that's what's going on, they're not going to show up. Sorry, I just noticed that my card is splitting. Did I imagine it? Where'd you go? There you go. All right, so the next card I do have coming in is the Four of Cups. Somebody, is this the truth, or is this something else? They know what you need to know. Okay, what do we mean by that? Like, they know, no. They know, so I don't know how to explain this. I have to be a little bit careful. It's kind of like if you're in a room of people and you're looking for something. They know, they see what you're looking for, and they know you're not really near it, but they're on the other side of the room, so, like, they have to, like, kind of make up their mind if they're going to, like, go out of their way to tell you, because they're like, oh, Aquarius, for example, is looking for the ice cream scoop, but they moved it out of the break room, and they put it, you know, over in that person's desk because, for whatever reason. So, like, if Aquarius keeps looking in the break room for it, they're not going to find it because that person used it, cleaned it, and then just hasn't brought it back. It's still at that person's desk for whatever reason. It's kind of like one of those things where, why would it be at that person's desk? Why would you even look there? It doesn't make sense. The ice cream scoop should be either in the break room or in, like, a kitchenette or something with that type of supplies, where we keep those type of supplies. So it's kind of like, all right, they're just like they know what you're looking for, they know where it is, but it's kind of like they see you across the room, but for some reason they're like, do I want to get involved with that? Because if If I tell Aquarius I know where it is and where it is, they might ask me why it's there and why I know it's there and why isn't it not where it's supposed to be. I don't know. They seem to think that they're going to get a lot of questions from you if they come and tell you where it is. It's just something like that. This person may be the type of person who usually avoids you, just to be fair. For whatever reason, good, bad, or indifferent. They do have the information you need. And they need to come forward, because once they bring forward that King of Swords energy, that will take care of that mystery. That will solve the mystery. That will bring the mystery to the light of day. Okay, so how are you supposed to get that? How are you supposed to? I feel like what they're saying, whatever you're looking for, you're not going to find the answers in the obvious place. So you might want to look out. You might want to expand your area and just kind of spot check with random people if they know. Even if you don't think they know, maybe they could connect with somebody who does. So it's almost like, all right, so you're in this office. You're looking for the ice cream scoop. It's not in the break room, so just kind of like spot checking, just walking around. Like, has anybody seen the ice scoop? Does anybody know about where? Anybody remember the last time it was used? I'm just trying to track down the last person who used it. Maybe I can find who had it. Because I feel like if you do that, you'll kind of find it. You'll kind of find like somebody will finally tell you, oh, so and so. I remember they used it last. Okay, let me go track down so and so. Yeah, I was cleaning that. I think it's still at my desk. I was cleaning it. And then I wasn't finished cleaning it, and then somebody called, and I had it in my hand when I walked back to my desk, and I just set it down, and I got involved in a bunch of other stuff. I just forgot to bring it back. So that's where you find the truth you're looking for. Okay, so that gets us to that next part. So expanding your range, asking people, you're like, well, I'm just shooting in the dark here, trying to find something. It does seem to bring in but that seems still methodical if you just start walking around and asking people if they remember the last person who used it and stuff like that. You do seem to get to the answer. It seems like that makes sense. I feel like that'll make sense to you. Now, the situation does move forward. Four of Swords and the Wisdom. There's more that comes out of this situation. Because I feel like from that moment, for example, okay, we find the scoop, blah, 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 we're happy, good. But then we're like, why are the supplies so minimal in the break room at the moment? Why is there hardly anything there? Usually there's a lot of stuff. Why is there hardly anything there? Well, one person said, well, I saw she was keeping the ice cream scoop at her desk, so I just thought I'd keep a bowl at my desk that I use. I use it every morning anyway, so I figured I'd just keep it at my desk. Well, this person said, well, I always use these silverware anyway, and I'm the one who cleans them, so I figured I'd just keep a couple silverware at my desk just for me. This other person said, well, I use cups all the time, and so instead of going back and forth and just getting a cup, I just thought I'd keep one at my desk. Like, we're finding all these things. Like, this one person started it. It was innocent enough. They forgot to bring it back. But then all these other people decided they'd take it upon themselves to mirror that same behavior, sort of, and make it work to their own advantage. And now the break room is like diminished on supplies, and you're like, what is going on? People have their reasons. I feel like that's why Wisdom is showing up with the Four of Swords, kind of saying it's showing you the truth of what's going on and what needs to heal, what needs, like, those things need to go back in the break room, basically. But it's also kind of like, it's also giving you the reason why people did what they did, which you get the A to B connection. You get it. Like, that's this because of this, then that. Or you get it. You understand it. Agreeing with it, that's a whole other thing. We all know that. But you're like, okay, I see how A caused B. I get it. But let's see it back to the kitchen. See it back over there. Yeah, thanks. This we can make this a lighthearted thing, is what we're saying. You're not impressed with this. I feel like you're annoyed with it. There's the Devil card at the bottom. You're not this. It feels like when I'm looking at this, like, this is just, I'm not happy with how it happened. I understand it. I'm not impressed. But I'm also getting, like, there's a lot of, like, it wasn't I don't feel like it was that bad. And you could let it go if you want to make everybody get along better. You can be like, all right, I'm just going to put out an email. I realize this is happening, but anybody who has something that belongs in the break room, please clean it and put it back in the break room before the end of the day. I could do that. I feel like I could do that. And everybody would get along well. You can handle this. Like, I feel like this is the card. Like, these two cards are accenting this card. Like, everybody could get along. Everything could go well. I just feel like when I'm looking at this, I'm annoyed with it. I'm just like, why would you do that? Like, you know, I just feel like I'm not happy with people. I don't like how the choices were made. I don't like how it was worked out. Even if you work it out in the positive energy, like you just send out this email, you know, put things back where they belong by the end of the day, just make sure they're clean. People know that you're not happy, and you will still have an impact. I feel like you'll still have that impact if you, I don't know, yell at people or reprimand them. I don't know how you want to say it, but if you call people out, I just feel like this creates more discord, and it doesn't really work. It just doesn't work as well. It's up to you to balance it out the way you see fit. But it's like, this doesn't have to be an issue if you don't want to, and it will correct. Because I feel like part of me is kind of feeling it like, yeah, if I make it sound like it wasn't that big of a deal, how long before they go back to doing the same thing anyway? I don't think that'll happen, because people know, especially because you were looking for what you were looking for maybe like an hour or so, and you were aggravated when you were looking for it. People know that you're not impressed with that. Like, it's quite obvious that you're not happy about it. Just putting out a nice email, kind of like, all right, I understand this is that's fine, but let's not do that anymore. By the end of the day, have everything that belongs in the break room back in the break room, and please make sure it's clean. People are going to realize, like, either, you know, get back on board, or else you might track them down and tell them to their face that you don't like what they're doing and they don't want that to happen. Because I feel like they move pretty quickly. It's like you give people to the end of the day. Say this is 9:30 in the morning. You give people to the end of the day to get that together. Before noon hits, it's pretty much all taken care of, clean, put where it's supposed to, and everybody's put it back where it's supposed to be. They don't wait. I feel like they take care of it pretty quickly. You've made an impact. You've already made your impact. You can rest assured you've made your impact. I don't see you, like, you know, calling people out directly having any stronger of an impact. I actually feel like being subtle might actually make people nervous, which is funny to me, because people are just like, oh, the Aquarius, that's it, just that email. I'm just gonna go clean this and put it back and just move on. Okay. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, really? The Aquarius is just letting it go with an email? Really? I don't. They just pick it up and take it, clean it, put it away, and like, I'm out. I just did what I was supposed to do, and I'm moving away. They're like, yeah, let's just let it move on. I feel like they just wanted to correct. People are connecting, and I feel like they're talking with each other. Like, yeah, even if like somebody's a little bit lollygagged, or somebody's like saying, oh, I'll just keep my bowl. They won't. Aquarius, it won't say anything. I'll hide it here behind these books or something. And somebody else will be like, no. Put that where it's supposed to be. In fact, give it to me. I'll take it back for you. Let's not do this. Aquarius is playing nice. Let's enjoy that while we can. Let's not poke the bear. Let's get along with Aquarius. So even if there's a couple people who are like, well, I think I can get away with it, other people around them would be like, no, you can't. Give me that. I'll take it back for you. I'll even clean it for you. I just don't want this to be an issue. It works out. People are working together. I don't feel like this has to be a big negative thing if you don't want it to be. I do feel like also people seem to be paying attention closer, and like it's like they're feeling like it's the calm before the storm. Like, Aquarius let us get away with this, so what else is coming? What bigger is coming? Which I don't think there's anything. But I feel like you make an impact. You make quite the impact. I'm getting just sit back and enjoy it, and just see how long you can ride the wave. And ride the wave. Ride the wave. Might as well. I feel like this really works out to your benefit. It's kind of like less is more. By pulling back, you have people questioning, like, why isn't Aquarius, what? Just the email from the Aquarius, really? Are you sure? and they just want to keep you happy. I don't know. They just seem to want to, because like if you have something to say, I feel like people who know you know that if you have something to say, you will say it. And the fact that you're not, it just throws them right off. Throws them right off. They just want to stay on your good side because they're like, oh, is there a bigger thing coming? What's the deal? Ride the wave. I'm getting ride the wave. It'll go in your benefit. Might as well. I don't think it's bad. All right, I think that's it. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.